WWE Bash in Berlin has come and gone. Another international pay-per-view, PLE in the books for the WWE, and I am here to talk about it. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx. Just Alyx. This is my WWE Bash in Berlin 2024 review. Going into the show, I had a feeling, based off the crowd alone, it was going to be a great show. I was not disappointed. Really enjoyed tonight's show. Today's show. Keep this in mind. It might be tonight in Germany, but it's today here in America. It's 4 p.m. Central for me. The show ended 30 minutes ago. As always, it takes some time for your boy to get ready. But when I get ready, and I'm ready to talk about it, I'm in. But usually, when it comes to these pay-per-views, these PLEs, most of the time I'm tired. Because it happens around 7 p.m., it ends at 11, and then I go 2 hours, and so by the time we end, it's 1 a.m. in the morning. So it feels really good to come out of a show. It's the middle of the day. Also, it's a short, straight to the point, 2-3 hour show with 5 matches. You know what? The WWE, whoever suggested these international shows, struck gold. They struck gold with this concept. I love it. Keep it going. I don't know where they're going next. I think Saudi Arabia is next in terms of international shows this year. But next year, hey, if it's 12 p.m. Central, I get my pay-per-view review in, 3, 4. I say what I gotta say, and then I get to enjoy the rest of my day. You get no complaints from me. None whatsoever. This was a very good show. The crowd was the star of the night. Just like in France for Backlash. Just like, of course, Glasgow for Clash at the Castle. And now for Berlin. They love wrestling. And it just could be they don't get enough of it. We Americans are spoiled. We get wrestling all year, probably twice. For us here in Houston, we get 2 shows from the WWE and then a show from AEW. So we're spoiled. Y'all in Berlin, when was the last time you had a wrestling event, if ever? So it makes sense when they get it, they appreciate it a lot more. They're more jacked, they're more happy, they're more excited for it. Still, it was a great idea to do these international shows. And I hope the WWE continues to explore other countries. You know, it's one thing to do the UK. We go there every once in a while anyways. Berlin, this is an area they haven't been in since, what, the 90s? I would love to see them go to Taiwan, Japan. Oh, Tokyo would be huge. I don't know how you make that work. That's going to be a very awkward time of the day because I think when their prime time airs, it's 4 a.m. for us, right? I don't know. We can probably make that work. They might have to tape that pay-per-view, but they're killing it. These international shows keep killing it. Tonight was no different. But let me know, I'm curious. If you were to choose a new country, some international place for the WWE to go for a pay-per-view, I'm not saying it has to be Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, just any pay-per-view, what country would you like to see them go to? Let me know in the live chat, let me know in the comments. As for tonight's show, man, it's crazy because the matches went exactly as I thought they would go. Real talk, this was one of the most predictable shows, personally, I've ever seen. I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing. Very predictable show. But just because it was predictable doesn't mean it can't be good. To me, predictable says, well, the storytelling must be on point. You're able to follow the story and then anticipate what's to come. Sometimes when you're doing long-term storytelling, shows are going to be predictable. Now, it didn't go exactly as I thought. I think the Terra Twins beating Liv and Dom was not on my card. I suspected that the heels were going to continue their heat. They didn't. They lost tonight. But you know what? It doesn't kill the feud. Personally, everything's just fine. Everything is just fine. They can still do exactly what they had planned for Bad Blood, whatever that plan was. I think things are going to go swimmingly. I have no issues with what they're doing, what they've done. So, nothing was hurt by tonight's show. And you can say that on both ends of the spectrum. Nothing bad happened. Nothing spectacular happened either. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes went exactly as I thought, and we didn't get a heel turn. No heel turn from Kevin Owens. That doesn't mean we're not going to get one in the future. I have a good feeling. I'm almost 100% confident Kevin is going to turn heel on Cody. They've almost but set it up. It's basically got to happen at this point. Now the question is when? Do they do it this upcoming Friday Night SmackDown, or do they wait 2 weeks when SmackDown premieres on USA Network? Whenever they do it, they better get it done soon, because when is Bad Blood? Bad Blood isn't until October, right? Let me look it up. I don't want to give you guys misinformation here. It's October 5th. Wow. Yeah, they got plenty of time. So, yeah, we cannot rush it. We don't have to rush it. Take our time with it. They can do Solo and Cody again on the premiere episode of... Because I'm thinking they're going to have to get back to Cody and Solo. They'll probably do that again on the premiere episode of SmackDown. Roman will screw Solo once again, and then we can have Kevin turn on Cody there, and then we can get back to Cody and Kevin for Bad Blood. We'll see. We'll see what they will set up in the near future, but I have a feeling we're going to get back to Kevin and definitely Cody for that event. I thought CM Punk and Drew McIntyre was easily match of the night. Very old school, throwback to the classics. If you were a fan of the Terry Funk, Ric Flair strap matches from the 80s, if you've seen any of those, this was literally beat for beat what those matches were. It feels like it was a straight tribute to that kind of a match. Just taking spots, of course, mixing it up with their moves and modern day wrestling to make it feel more fresh. But that's what this match felt like, and it worked so well. CM Punk does get the victory, and he gets back his bracelet. So now the question is, how do we get to a rubber match? I predicted Punk would win this match. Drew has to do something really screwed up now. If the plan is to do Hell in a Cell with Drew and CM Punk at Bad Blood, which should be the case, Drew has to do something really screwed up Monday, this upcoming week, to set that up. Otherwise, what's the point? What are we doing here, right? What's the point? So I do expect that to be the case. I do expect Drew McIntyre to find a way to get CM Punk to agree to one more match. I mean, it's 1-1, so they should, by default, have a rubber match anyways. But CM Punk got his bracelet back. He got the win. They're going to have to give us something. Another reason to want a third match, right? New women's tag team champs, as we predicted. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill get the belts back. And then Gunther, ends up beating Randy Orton in a main event that, you know, it kind of has the fan base split. There are those that are calling it an absolute classic. It's one of the best matches they've seen all year, basically because of the crowd, and how it was just bare bones wrestling. No flips, no spectacle, just ground and pound, straight up storytelling, old school wrestling. And I guess if you're a fan of that art, then this was easily one of the best matches all year for you. For me, and this is just for me, and I'll get more into detail about it as, of course, we move along with the review. It wasn't for me. There were times I was blanking out. I won't say I was falling asleep, but half the time I was just kind of looking at my phone. It wasn't the kind of match that I would go back and rewatch. I know they tried to do a Ric Flair versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat kind of match. I'm all for trying to replicate the fast-paced, the high-quality, technical, straight-up masterpiece that was. But if you're going to do it, go all the way with it. The pacing of Ric Flair and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is next level. All of their matches were fast-paced. You blink, you miss something. So we have to keep that in mind. Just because it's old school doesn't mean it can't, doesn't mean it can't suck. That's my thing about it too. I know a lot of people are scared to have a controversial opinion about certain matches. You can watch a match and think, well, it was good, but it's not the greatest, but you don't want to say it because everyone else is saying it's amazing. I'll just straight up say, it wasn't for me, but it wasn't bad either. I thought the match overall, it was good. I thought the crowd carried it. If it was just the regular match in America, it would get a much lower grade, because I'm sure the American crowd would have gotten bored and tired and not reacted to it. But because Berlin was hot for it, I think that's why fans loved it a lot more. Because it was just pure wrestling. No bullshit. Just wrestling. So, I think this was a successful event. They're saying it's the highest grossing event in WWE history in terms of arenas. Because once again, these foreign crowds, these foreign shows are hungry. They are willing to pay an arm and a leg just to get in. So this beat France and Glasgow, because I think Glasgow had the highest grossing pay-per-view arena event before this, and now, congratulations, Berlin, you took it. So there you go. We're going to see how things turn out in the future, but I think ultimately this was a good event. I'm not going to keep you here too long. I want to go ahead and hit this, get the review out the way, and then hit the ground running for Bad Blood, because that's the next major event. So let's go ahead and move things along. The Superchat Championship is indeed on the line. We are crowning a new, or I say we're crowning a new, but I have a feeling that it's going to be really hard to get that belt away from three belts. Three Diglets. But the Superchat Championship is on the line. How do you win it? Simply be the one to donate the most money. We'll be doing 2 rounds. We'll do one before the review, and then we'll do the final round after the review. So how do you win? If you have the most money that you've donated by the end of the stream, you're Super Chat champion. You could literally win with just $5. If you donate $5 and no one else donates, you're Super Chat champion. I don't think that's ever happened before. I don't think there's ever been a Super Chat championship victory with someone just donating $5. I don't think that's going to be the case here tonight, though. So you might want to be ready. Be warned. I say this all the time. This ain't a joke. They come for this championship. So you better be ready to empty your pockets. Just a word of warning. But I think we all know about this. I'm excited to get to that. But let's pay these bills. Say hello to the people, do the sponsorship, and of course, get to the review. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Give us a follow on Discord. Check me out, audio podcasts on Spotify and other platforms. But also give me a follow on TikTok, because I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? And get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, and many, many, many more designs coming your way. Tons of Alyx's World Wrestling t-shirts are on the way. So be sure to check in for more right here in Alyx's World. I want to thank the partners of tonight's stream. They were the partners of yesterday's stream, and they are once again the partners. Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is here to give you a sweet, sweet deal on a mobile plan. $15 a month. Think about what you pay right now monthly for your mobile plan. What if I told you you can get that same quality, same high-tech quality 5G network for $15 a month? No joke. If you think I'm lying, let's get a quick word from our partners before we get to some shout-outs. This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only going to take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone. No need to leave your house or contact anybody. And if your device does not support eSIM, then Mint Mobile will personally ship you a physical SIM card. So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justalyx and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today. I want to thank you all once again for joining me for this live stream. You could be anywhere here in the YouTube space watching any other wrestling reviewer. You chose me. Always know I am grateful for that, and I appreciate you. So while you're here, show some love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shiny Knights and Firestar Heart, Elias, Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Highway Dealing Danger, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like me. I believe it's someone's birthday. Yes, it is. The Bulldog Show, the Bulldog Gaming Show, is celebrating his birthday with us tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for choosing us to celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Bulldog. If you're above the age of 21, enjoy your drinks, sir. Enjoy your drinks. If you're not, well, go have some fun with your friends. And don't do anything crazy. Thank you for joining me, though. I really do appreciate that. Oh, and before we get to the super chats, of course, it is very imperative that I ask you guys that you like the video. With the YouTube algorithm constantly changing, it is imperative that you guys hit that like button, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. All right, so we're going to begin round 1 of the Super Chat Championship. Whoever donates the most by the end of the stream is the Super Chat champ. So here we go. We poppin' like
Will WWE go to Thailand next year?
I would think at some point they would want to go there. That's a big, major market. I would think so. But we'll see. Again, like traveling to different countries, that costs money. So it's not easy. And you also had to consider the time. Because if it's in Japan, their prime time is when we're sleeping. So we'll have to see how things work out. But anyways, that's definitely a place they could go. Let me get some more ideas. Thank you for the donation, sir. I appreciate the donation. Shout outs. Who is here in the live chat besides Birthday Boy, the Bulldog Gaming Show? We got Dulcie Chatham. We got Debit. Money. Debit Money Adams. And by the way, everyone's saying happy birthday to Bulldog. Thank you for that. This is a safe space for fans. They should feel like this is family. So when people come, they say it's my birthday, I would really appreciate it if you said happy birthday back to them. So happy birthday, Bulldog. Just want to say that one more time. Anthony A, Joe Arredondo, JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. He says Triple H ruined Randy Orton's character at the end when they shook hands. To be fair, Randy lost clean. He lost fair and square. He didn't get a low blow or had interference. So I'm gonna let it go. I understand what you're saying, but I think he would have been an asshole if he didn't shake his hand. That's just me. Angela Lockwood, good to have you here. Black Star 15, Mr. 420, Mexico. That's what he said, Mexico. Oh, they're saying they want the WWE to have a pay-per-view of PLE in Mexico. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Wait. Time out. They haven't had one in Mexico yet? They sure haven't. They've had live events. Yeah, they never had a PLE in Mexico. Well, there you go. We gotta go there. Slam Tackle TV. He gives Bash in Berlin a 9.5 out of 10. Says it was better than All In. Wow. We disagree on that one, but it was a good show. Pikachu Black says All In was better. Thomas Moeller says we should go to Greece. Ooh, Greece. Okay. How we feel about Greece, y'all? We feeling Greece? He says, I don't think the WWE has done a pay-per-view over there before. Definitely something we should consider. Keep throwing these ideas at me. We got TJ. He says, I'm sorry to say this, but after watching this PLE, I'm more excited for NXT No Mercy. Because he thinks Triple H is a horrible booker. Yikes. Why do you feel that way, man? Ethan Zakarbach says, the crowd overpowered the matches. Yeah, they hijacked a lot of this show, but that's part of the excitement, honestly. I think they carried the show to a really good show. That's just me. Pitman's Pit says, thoughts on Punk saying he's coming for the world title, teasing Gunther versus Punk. Wow. Well, definitely after he wraps up his feud with Drew, he should go for the world title. I don't think he's going to beat Gunther, because I think he's slated to fight Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But yeah, why not? That would be an excellent feud. Punk and Gunther? Oh, the matches they can have. Fantastic. Let me see here. Just a couple more, then we'll get things going here. Actually, I think I might have just said everybody's name. Did I say everybody's name? I feel like I missed some people. These are the only people I see. Adam Ritter. Never mind, there are some people here. Shadow Star. And Joker Joker from Persona 5. And again, people are saying happy birthday. And by the way, it's not JJ Bulldog's birthday. It's the Bulldog Gaming Show's birthday. Let's not get our Bulldogs mixed up. But all right, we're going to go ahead and move things along here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Once again, I know this is an unusual time to go live because people usually expect to go live at, as you know, later on in the night. So I do appreciate y'all for being here. Actually, one more shout out because they just walked in here. I want to show some love to the people over at A&B Combos Land. Everyone, take a second to appreciate greatness. We're talking about the main reactors, the live reacting nation of A&B Combos. They are here live in the chat. The best reaction channel for professional wrestling, bar none, here in the YouTube space. So please show your love to A&B Convos Wrestling Edition. Thank y'all so much for joining me. You guys are family. And we're not going to hold you guys up. We're going to go ahead and get things rolling. So round one is going to end with $2. Well, to be exact, $1.99. So not a very high bar to beat. We will get back to the Super Chat Championship towards the end of the live stream, where I'm almost positive things are going to pick up. I think people are waiting to see who donates. So when that happens, we'll probably start getting things rolling here. But right now, it's only $1.99. Sure. Let's see how things play out a little later on the stream. Let's go ahead and get to the review. WWE Bash in Berlin, live in Germany. 14,000. I think the exact amount of tickets is actually, WrestleTix has it at 13,300 plus. So somewhere between 13,300 to about 14,000. It was packed, standing room only. I know that for sure. WWE touts that it is, and this is confirmed, the highest grossing WWE arena event ever. They made the most money off of this show than any other arena show in history. And that seems to be a theme with these international shows. They seem to be raising the bar more and more with the amount of prices, with the amount of revenue they're making, simply because some of these countries don't get a lot of professional wrestlers or professional wrestling coming over to do a show there. So as you would expect, when they show up, they will be willing to give an arm and a leg just to go. So it makes all the sense in the world when you think about, okay, how much do these tickets cost? Is it worth it for them? The answer is yes. They are willing to give everything to go see these wrestlers. And that just shows you how popular, the testament to the popularity of WWE right now. They are hot. And when you're hot, man, business is booming left and right. So once again, credit where credit is due. The WWE struck gold with this international tour of the pay-per-views. Like, whoever suggested to take these PLEs to different countries, my man, you deserve a raise. Was that Nick Khan? I think it was Nick Khan, right? Well, Nick Khan, you deserve your spot, sir. Excellent work. Excellent work all around. And just like France, just like Glasgow, the best star, the best act of the entire show was the crowd. The crowd stole the show, bar none. The chants, the energy, the excitement, it just raised every match's, it just raised the match quality to another level, period. You can have a great show in front of a bad crowd, and then that takes down the show. You can have a very average show in front of a hot crowd, and that just raises the average show to a great show. Now, overall, this was a really good show, but because of the crowd, felt like a great show. Felt like a really, really, really great show overall. Apparently, the tickets are super expensive over in Berlin. Well, they didn't care. They showed out. They showed up. And again, that is a testament to the men and women and their ability to draw and make people care to spend money. First match, let's get right to it. They opened up with the WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. You shouldn't be surprised because in my preview and predictions, if you watched it, you'll know this is one of the matches that was so easy to predict, was so easy to call. No one saw Kevin Owens beating Cody. So I wasn't necessarily watching for the outcome. I didn't care. I knew Cody wasn't losing the belt. What I was watching for was the story, was the in-ring action, was what are we going to do as a result of this match? What are we leading to? And I gotta say, the match was great. And coming out of it, I think we're gonna get something for Kevin that's gonna make SmackDown so much more interesting. So, to me, SmackDown is lacking in heels. SmackDown is lacking that main villain that can be a foil, be that antagonist to make people pay good money to see Cody beat. Roman was that heel for a long time for Cody. He beat Roman. He hasn't had that heel. He just hasn't. No offense to AJ Styles, no offense to Logan Paul. Well, all the offense to Logan Paul. But no offense to Solo or anybody else. So, Kevin Owens, what I love about this match was that you're seeing Kevin slowly transform back into his Kevin Owens NXT roots. Because he was hitting moves like that knee brainbuster, the turnbuckle brainbuster off the top. He tried to pull out the powerbomb, the pop-up powerbomb. And of course, the powerbomb on the apron. You're seeing him transform more and more back into that old, vicious Kevin Owens, that Universal Champion Kevin Owens, right? And he mentioned how Cody Rhodes was injured. He had a bad knee. Come to find out, he was right. Cody did have a bad knee. He was tripping, falling on himself throughout the match, and that was the story of the match. Towards the end of the match, Kevin, he saw the knee get worse. And as you would expect, it's an open shot, an open opportunity. If Kevin took advantage, he could probably beat him. Kevin doesn't take advantage because Kevin feels if he's going to beat Cody, it needs to be clean 100%. He doesn't want anything to taint his victory. Otherwise, what's the point? So, he attacks Cody, but doesn't go after the knee. And then Cody pisses him off, and then Cody goes to the outside. Kevin follows him. And then you see Kevin talking to Cody like, dude, you told me that your knee was okay. You were lying to me. And then Cody pushed him. And so Kevin attacked the knee finally. And then snapping, he goes to do the package pile driver. And he couldn't pull the trigger. He had Cody beat. He had him beat. And he couldn't pull the trigger. He hit Cody with, I think, like 2-3 stunners. Couldn't pin him. If he had hit Cody with that package pile driver, with the power bomb on the apron, with the package pile driver as well, that would have been it. He couldn't pull the trigger. He just couldn't. He couldn't bring himself to going back to that old Kevin Owens. And it cost him. Cody ends up hitting the crossroads multiple times, by the way, and pins Kevin 1-2-3. After the match, I wasn't the only one. Most of you were sitting on the edge of your seat like, okay, is he going to turn? Is he going to turn? What's going to happen here? And we're waiting. And then you see Kevin, angry, pissed. Cody's trying to talk to him. Kevin's walking away. Kevin turns around and gives Cody a hug. And then he lifts his arm, and you're like, okay, is this how it's going to end? And that's how it ends. Nothing happens. You're like, oh, man. I personally feel like, as I talked about in my preview and predictions, they were teeing up the heel turn a little too strong. They were teeing it up a little too strong, and I even said in my preview, it might not happen tonight. It might happen, or today. It might not happen until maybe the premiere on SmackDown, right? For USA. The USA premiere for SmackDown. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. I don't see them having him go heel next week or this upcoming Friday Night SmackDown. But I do think it's going to happen. After doing all of this, it would make no sense for him not to turn heel. I think they have to go along with it. They have to follow through with this heel turn. The question is when. So yeah, I think it's going to happen. But like always, Triple H loves his long-term storytelling. So he's going to take his time. As always, he's going to take his time. And I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing how this story plays out. If anything else, I just want Cody to get someone that can create some interest for his reign. Because I'm sorry, Cody as a champion has not been doing it for me. You can blame the fact that there are no strong heels, that his feuds aren't that interesting because his opponents don't feel like legit threats to his championship reign. Whatever you want to give me the excuse of, his championship reign is not that interesting. It's not. So I'm looking for something. And if Kevin Owens turns heel, that will at least be something. Do I think Kevin is going to beat Cody? No, it's not going to happen probably until Rock or Randy Orton goes heel. But maybe even a John Cena. I don't know. Regardless, it's at least something. It would at least add intrigue to his championship reign. Which is, let's just be honest, it's forgettable so far. It's not a reign that I'm going to remember a year from now. Half of the matches he's had, I don't remember already. It's only been like, what, 5 months? Close to 5 months. So, yeah. Not just for the sake of Kevin, Cody needs Kevin to turn heel too. Well, that's neither here or there. That's in the future. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill took on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Hex Girls, aka the Unholy Union, for the women's tag team titles. So, it's crazy. The crowd was very hot for a majority of the matches all night. Until we got to this match. The crowd actually was, I won't say they were dead. They weren't as excited for this match as they were the strap match, as they were the main event, as they were the mixed tag. The mixed tag, oh my goodness, they were in love with that mixed tag match. And it's sad to see, because Bianca and Jade are top tier talent, especially Bianca. Now, I get it, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire are still kind of new. And let's be real, they only gave them belts because they were in their home country, and we didn't want to leave Glasgow with someone from that country not winning a match. Right? So I think they were lucky. Right place, right time. Unfortunately, their reign didn't really give me anything to chew on. Left a lot to be desired. And so they're giving the belts right back to Jade and Bianca. And the match itself, it was decent. Towards the end, the crowd got into it when Jade tagged in, but yeah, they weren't into it all that much. And I'm not going to pretend that they were. I don't think it's necessarily the fault of the women. They tried really hard. No one cares about this women's tag team division. Across the board. Small, SmackDown, Raw, they just don't care. I don't know what this division needs, but it needs something. Regardless, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are back to being champs. I don't see them dropping the belt until somewhere close to WrestleMania, where after they drop the belt, I think that begins the build to Bianca versus Jade. I don't know who turns heel. I'm assuming Jay turns heel. But honestly, Bianca needs to turn heel. Bianca needs to heel turn more than Jay. Jay can stay babyface for a little bit longer. But eventually, yeah, she would have to go heel. I would think she would have to go heel too. But that's just my opinion. Give me your thoughts. How did y'all feel about this match? I didn't really think it was anything special. But I'm happy they won the belt. Belts. How about that? CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Bash in Berlin strap match. The continuation of their feud. This stipulation is just raising the stakes for them. We got some blood in this match. CM Punk bled. I think, 5 minutes in? Oh, yeah, that made the match a lot more interesting. But it was violent. They were whipping each other hardcore with that strap. They didn't do anything too out of the ordinary. We did get some chairs. We did get some tables. But for the most part, I gotta be honest, this was match of the night for me. They stole the show. I had a feeling they would, but I just felt this was Randy and Gunther's show to take, and so I didn't assume anything. Like, on paper, honestly, on paper, there were 3 matches that could have stole the show, and this was one of them, and this one ended up winning it for me. But this was old school, man. There were elements of this match you could have seen, and, man, think about it. Terry Funk matches, Ric Flair matches. This goes all the way back to old school 80s. I'm gonna date myself saying all these names, and I apologize if you don't know them, but the Dusty Roses, you don't know who Dusty Rose is. T.A. Magnum, ooh, that's an obscure one. Tully Blanchard, like, these are like the old school, man, NWA, territorial wrestling matches. And I feel like why it worked for me, the story behind CM Punk and Drew is so hot. Their heat, their feud is so believably, the tension is so believable that really they didn't really need to do anything outside of just beat each other up. And the selling was great. It's a testament to both of these talents. I think both of them have been doing an excellent job with this feud. And the crazy thing is, it was all over a bracelet. Well, the bracelet is emblematic of what it really means, which is Punk came back to WWE. Drew feels like Punk is stealing his spotlight and tried to injure him. Punk came back for revenge, and here we are. Now it's gotten really personal. I love the concept. I think turnbuckle to turnbuckle, and then, of course, if you don't touch the last one, they interfere, that cuts it off. I think what was the last bull rope strap match that we had? It wasn't Eddie and JBL. I think it was it Batista? Batista and, man, who was Batista fighting? Someone will tell me. But it's been a minute since we saw one of these matches, and they've always been great to me. Here it was straightforward. CM Punk basically got in there, got himself busted open, but guess what? Hits Drew with not 1, not 2, but 3 go to sleeps, and ends up touching all 4 turnbuckles and wins the match. Very straightforward. And then he did it with his bracelet as well. I had no complaints. That was my prediction. That's what I thought they would do. And so now we're 1-1. Drew has one from SummerSlam. Punk has one right here. Bash in Berlin strap match. So now we get to a third match. Now comes the rubber match. So like I said, they got to do something to warrant Hell in a Cell. Drew has to do something really fucked up on Monday. He could just attack Punk. I don't think that's enough. He's got to do something unforgivable. And I'm talking like show up at CM Punk's house, kidnap his dog. Don't kill the dog and make him eat it. Big boss man Al Snow. Kill him from hell. Let's not do that, please. But like, he's got to do something so fucked up to where Punk wants to kill him inside Hell in a Cell. I think whatever they do, I think it's probably going to be better than we can even predict. some people were asking me, do I see AJ Lee getting involved? You know what? At this point, if it's going to be in Hell in a Cell, why not? Why not? Someone just said, let Drew go to Punk's house and sleep with AJ. Yo, let's calm down with that. Although there's a side of me that's like, well, he could go to his house and try to force himself on AJ, and she turns him down. That would be interesting. I don't know. We'll definitely have to see where that goes. Some people are telling me Drew had a strap match with Karrion Kross in 2022. They did? I don't remember them having a strap match. I think that's the point, right? It was forgettable to the point that I forgot that it happened. I'm not going to forget this match. But okay, there's plenty of things they can do. And someone just told me it was Batista versus JBL. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that was probably the strap match I was thinking about. And yes, that took place after Eddie and JBL. So, think about it. They gotta do something. What that something is, we'll have to find out. But, yeah, man. Thank you. It was The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. That's exactly what the last match was. I'm forgetting one. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan for Royal Rumble 2020, right? Here in Houston. Thank you. That was the last one. So, regardless, fantastic match. Looking forward to the rubber match. Let's see what they do. Let's see where they go with it. What was a chaotic, perhaps one of the most fun matches all night, was this mixed tag involving Liv Morgan, and Daddy Dom, Dominic Mysterio, taking on the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. First off, I gotta address it. I don't know what the hell Rhea took before she ran out to the ring, whether it was an energy drink or some kind of a adrenaline kind of supplement or whatever the hell she took. I'm gonna need her to take that as often as possible because she was a maniac in this match and it was awesome. She was high on energy and she didn't know what to do with herself, and I think she performed better because of it. It was so fun to watch. This match was just great. It was a fun match all around. All four participants did their thing. I gotta give credit where credit is due to Dominic Mysterio. Dominic is so easy to hate. And it's so fun to see him get beat up. And I think they found their sweet spot with him in terms of a villain. Now, we're going to talk about the outcome of it, but when you have a villain that's so fun to see get beat up, old school would say, you keep having him win. You keep having him win, build him up, build him up, build him up, build him up. And then when it comes time where fans are like begging you to have him lose, that's when you lose. And I thought that's what they were going to do with Dom and Liv here. They didn't. And that's okay, because I thought the match still worked. And here's why. First off, it's the first time Damian and Rhea are tag teaming. You don't want to have them lose. These are two dominant forces. Rhea should be fighting men, honestly. I can see Rhea, if they wanted to, I can see her winning a men's title. If they wanted to. I'm not saying they are. But if they wanted to. So you got this dominant female and then this big former world champ beast of a male. Yeah, you would think they would be winning the match. Whichever match they're having, right? But I thought with interference from the Judgment Day, which we did have, Dom and Liv would skirt by on it. Nope. Judgment Day came out, got their asses handed to them by Damian and Rhea. And Rhea still won the match. She ends up pinning Liv Morgan with the Riptide, and she pinned her in a very non-PG way. And then she picked her up and licked her face, which was also not PG. I'm telling you, whatever the hell Rhea took, take it again. Take it some more. and come out wrestling with this energy every time. This was a great match. Everything just worked. It worked for the crowd. The crowd was in love with Rhea. And they hated Dom. I think it's crazy. Most of the people from tonight got cheers. Drew got cheers. Most of the heels. Gunther got cheers. Kevin isn't a heel, but, he was the antagonist. He got cheered. The only person to get straight boos tonight, was Dominic Mysterio. So that goes to show you the kind of heel, I guess by default Liv too, but let's be honest, they were booing Dom, and then booing Liv out of association because of Dom. So again, that just goes to show you the type of heel he is. It's just fun to hate him. And he lost. He lost when Rhea pinned Liv. Where do we go from here? We gotta do Liv and Rhea. Bad blood. What's the stipulation though? What stipulation would you do between Rhea and Liv? I'm curious. Because if the idea is to put the belt back on Rhea, and we can argue whether or not it's too soon for that, we'll see. I'm going to play that one by ear. I'm not going to say it's too soon yet, because I kind of want to see this go on a little bit longer. I want to see Rhea and Liv go on for the rest of the year, honestly. For the rest of the year. But yeah, if they do the right kind of match, yeah, they can give her the belt back. But if they give her the belt back, I would need to see one more match. At least one more match out of her and Liv going into the Survivor Series. What that match is, I don't know. Someone just said, put Liv and Rhea inside Hell in a Cell. Well, if we're doing Punk and Drew inside Hell in a Cell, we can't have the other match be inside Hell in a Cell either. We gotta do something different. We'll figure it out. But someone is suggesting we had 2 Hell in a Cell matches. Nah, we're not doing that no more. We moved away from that for a reason. We're not going to oversaturate the market with Hell in a Cell matches. The only match right now that deserves to be inside Hell in a Cell is Punk and Drew. That's it. Especially knowing we can get blood. Nah, Punk and Drew for Hell in a Cell. They can do, by they I mean Liv and Rhea can do. Well, one match, if we're doing Bad Blood, we have to have a first blood match. Maybe you give that to Liv and Rhea. And here's the thing, you do that, we have an excuse for Liv to keep the belt. Because she doesn't get pinned. So, I'm kind of feeling it. And that would be the first, would that be the first blood, would that be a first blood match? First blood. That we've seen with women? Now, we're not going to get that. More than likely, if we do first blood, it will be Kevin and Cody. So, we'll play that one by ear. Let me know. What match would you do between Liv and Rhea? And then we get to the main event. The main event of the evening. We got Randy Orton. Big reaction for Randy. In Berlin, they sung his song when he came out. And then, of course, the star of the night. The king has come home. Your World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. Was welcomed with open arms by Berlin. The match, I'm not going to lie. The match was hijacked. It got hijacked early. Berlin just went crazy with the chants. They did a wave. Like an actual full crowd wave that usually would get shunned. I remember back in like 2013, Raw after WrestleMania, Randy Orton, Sheamus, the crowd was doing a wave, and it pissed off everybody. It pissed off the wrestlers, it pissed off people backstage. How disrespectful! How dare you do the wave? How dare you? Right? What I love about this match, and I did catch it, while the match was getting going, you saw the referee go to both Randy and Gunther and say, hey, y'all, take a break, enjoy the wave. And so, Gunther and Randy back up, and then they are both looking at the wave as it's happening. And then you see Randy join the wave. Look. I gotta find my words here. I'm sorry. That was just awesome. that took me back a little bit. Like, yeah, why not just have fun? Let the crowd have fun. They paid to come to your show. They want to do the wave. Do the goddamn wave. And I like that Randy and Gunther acknowledged it. They went along with it and didn't fight against it like Vince McMahon would have done. They said, nah. Oh, no. We're going to let them have this moment here. And because they let them have the moment and they acknowledged it, the crowd appreciated them for it, and in return, got back into the match. And so that was smart. I'm so happy he told them, hey, stop wrestling. Enjoy the wave. They acknowledged it. The crowd appreciated it, and then got right back into the match. So that was smart. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. And they should do more of that. Don't ignore the crowd. Now, if they start pulling out beach balls, that's a different story. But for the most part, no, they're waving. Wave with them. That's cool. The match itself. And this is going to get me heat because I saw a lot of people on Twitter, on social media say this was one of the best matches all year. This was a callback to old school wrestling. Back in the day where there were no ladders, there were no steel chairs, there were no shenanigans, there were no 360s, 450s, moonsaults, jumping off the top of a, top rope, going through a table. It was just straight up pure wrestling. And the crowd was hot for it, right? And that's all it was. There were no big, memorable, crazy spots. It was just a pure wrestling match with a hot crowd. When was the last time we saw that? And I mean that, like, you watch AEW and you see all kinds of crazy spots, lots of shenanigans, kicking out of big finishers and all that kind of stuff, right? You get what I mean? 360s, flaming tables, anarchy in the arenas, breaking the bank on trying to break the mold. You get what I mean? Like, a lot of these matches nowadays, it feels like they had to do something that we've never seen before. Randy Orton and Gunther said, no, we're just going to have a match. We're going to have a straight up, pure old school, ground and pound, technical headlock suplex match. Where the finish is a sleeper. Like, think about that for a minute. It wasn't an RKO. It wasn't this big finisher. Gunther won a wrestling match with a sleeper. A regular old rear naked choke. That's it. And as I'm explaining it and I'm saying it out loud, you appreciate that. You kind of like that. It's like, man, the fact that they were able to create this reaction, to get this kind of reaction, this love from Berlin, by just simply having a regular blueprint by the books match. And then ending the match with a regular wrestling hold. And Gunther beats Randy clean, not cheating. The referee didn't get knocked out. Ludwig Kaiser didn't interfere. No, it was just a regular match. In front of a hot crowd. You kind of appreciate that. You go, yeah, you know what? That's cool. And that's cool. And I appreciate what they were trying to do. Here's my problem. Here's my biggest issue with this match. It was way too slow. I'm all for going old school. I'm all for taking it back to what worked in the 70s and 80s, bringing it to the modern day wrestling and making it work again. What's old is new, right? I appreciate that. That doesn't mean that you get a pass on certain things. I'm sorry, the match was way too slow. It took Randy Orton forever to set up them steel steps to put Gunther through the announcer table. It felt like it was an eternity. I blanked out so many times when they were on the outside. I'm serious. I blanked out a lot during that match. Because it was so slow, and they were walking in slow motion, and people go, well, that's storytelling. No! You can do old school wrestling and keep it fast-paced. Ric Flair and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was pure old school, but they were going 100 miles per hour. You get me? I don't mind you going old school. I don't mind it being pure wrestling, but can we make it a little bit more interesting, please? I was halfway falling asleep with the match. I appreciate what they were trying to do, and it worked clearly with a lot of people. There are people calling it their match of the night, or even match of the year. It's not for me. Punk and Drew was old school too, but that was a lot more fast-paced. They did a lot of things in that match that was paying homage to the past, but also still being new. And I thought that worked a lot better than what Randy Orton and Gunther did here. But I appreciate it. I appreciate what they did. I'm not going to sit here and say they were in the wrong, or they... How do I say this? The idea behind what they were trying to do, I'm not going to hate on it. Which is why I'm giving it a B. I thought it was a good match. I like the idea of the match. Right? The idea of it is great. In execution, if I'm being honest with you, kind of lame. I enjoyed their King of the Ring match more. Their King of the Ring match was much more fast-paced, and it had a lot more shenanigans to it, which made it much better. It's okay to have a few shenanigans here and there, but I don't know. I thought their King of the Ring match was better, and this was good. Maybe my senses are dulled. I don't know. Well, that can't be true because FTR matches are very old school. Almost every FTR match that I've seen in the last year or so has been old school throwback. And that was easily the best match, if not the best matches all year. So you can make it work. But you have got to work on your pacing. You've got to make it feel special. Just doing a slow, old school match just to say that you did it and you got a good reaction from it, I don't think that's going to really... It's not going to make people go, man, that was a classic. I don't think so. Which is why it's split. Like, you'll go online, you'll see some people go, man, that reminded me of the 70s and 80s. Okay, but this isn't the 70s and 80s now. It's 2024. So, let's get with the program. Match was good. Gunther retains clean. Has Randy Orton pass out to the sleeper. And he shakes Randy Orton's hand afterwards. They shake hands. Gunther is an honorable heel. He beats Randy Orton clean. Fair enough. Someone said, well, this is actually a 1940s match. Okay. I'm sorry if I even dated myself even more, sir. Regardless, this was a good main event. Wasn't match of the night. That goes to Punk and Drew for me. And overall, another successful PLE, international PLE. WWE is killing it, man. When you're on fire, you're on fire. So, where do they go next? Well, clearly they're going to Saudi Arabia for November. That's the next PLE, international PLE. But after Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel, they have a whole new slew of pay-per-view events coming up next year. Where do they go? You let me know. Where do you want to see them go? But the next pay-per-view will be, next PLE will be Bad Blood. And that's going to be here in the States. I think that's Atlanta, right? Looking it up. Let me see. Where is Bad Blood? Hold on. Where is WWE Bad Blood hosted? Yeah, I was right. Atlanta, Georgia, State Farm Arena. I was right the first time. It's going to be a great event. Atlanta is always a great market for wrestling, so. And I think they already sold it out, right? I think the last time I looked at WrestleTix, the tickets are already gone. I'm actually going to have to look that up. I don't want to lie to you. Yep. Yeah. They're already sold out for Bad Blood. That's crazy. Damn. You love to see it. You love to see it. Atlanta, Georgia came through. They already sold out Bad Blood. Oh yeah, that's going to be a crazy show. Can't wait for it. All right. Thank y'all for joining me for this review. We're going to wrap things up with the final round of the Super Chat Championship. So, the amount to beat is $2. So, if you want to be Super Chat Champion, the only person to donate so far has been, what is that? Sam P. Boone? Sam P. Boone, $1.99. So, this is a layup. So, if you donate $2, you'll probably end up winning. I'm already expecting 3 Diglets to just kind of come in and be like, nope, mine, and take this belt. But let's see. I mean, I'm here. We are definitely here to see who wins the Super Chat Championship. We are looking to crown a winner, and I do expect to crown a winner. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. Kind of saw that something was peeking over here. I had to move that over. But, yeah, like, who's taking it? We need to crown a Super Chat winner. Oh, and by the way, apparently, if you say, we believe in 3 Diglets, he'll appear. Say his name as he appears. He believe in 3 Diglets. We believe in 3 Diglets. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works, ladies and gentlemen. It worked. It actually worked.
I don't like Saudi PPVS.
I don't like them either, bruh, but we stuck with them. Ladies and gentlemen, the current Super Chat champ, 3 Diglets, has stepped into the pool. He has donated $10, so the amount to beat is $10. We're going to keep this going. What time is it? How long have I been going? About an hour and 12 minutes. You know what? Let's see. We're going to go for a good 10 minutes. Let me hang out for 10 minutes to see who's here, who wants to get this belt. Usually what ends up happening, when 3 Diglets shows up, then the other guys come out. And you already know they got to challenge the man. They got to challenge the man. So, 3 Diglets, thank you so much for your amazing donations. We are definitely going to keep it locked on this Super Chat Championship. But, yeah, come on. Don't let it come down to $10. This Super Chat Championship is a lot more worthy of it coming down to $10. But if it comes down to $10, it comes down to $10. So, let's see. If you're going to come for the king, you best not miss. Give me your grades. Give me your grades for Bash in Berlin. Give me your scores. 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Of course, grades are A being the highest, F being the lowest. And give me your match of the night. Like, what did you guys feel about Randy Orton and Gunther? Like, ultimately, I want to know where your head is at when it comes to the main event. Talk to me. Like, is it just me? Is it just moi that just thought the main event was kind of... Let me know. Let me know. Alright, let me see here. What y'all in here talking about? Again, thank y'all so much for showing the love to A and B combos. Oh, we got the Beep Jr. says, listening while doing yard work. The Beep Jr. has been a member of the channel for 26 months. That's over 2 years. The Beep Jr. is a real one, and I appreciate that, Chief. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So a lot of people would love to see the WWE go to Mexico for their for a PLE, I think you gotta do it. I think you gotta go. Would definitely be someplace that would be worthy of a PLE. The crowd would be hot, and they would sell a lot of tickets. That's a great market, huge market. So I agree with that. Bringing PLEs overseas was a great business decision for WWE, for sure, Ultra Shadow. This is why international crowds keep kicking our asses. Yeah, because they don't get live events all that much from WWE, so of course they're gonna be excited for it when they get it. Looks like you guys are happy that Bianca and Jay won, as always. JJ Bulldog is not happy, though, that Kevin Owens didn't turn heel. He says, I'll wait for it. Yeah. Triple H is a very long gamer. He's a long gamer. He's going to make you wait and beg for the heel turn before you get it. Which it is what it is. What are you going to do? What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Someone said Japan. Japan would be a great spot. It's just the optics of that, though. Because if they was to host an event with Japan on 7, like prime time, like 7 p.m. prime time with them, it would be like 4 a.m. in the morning for us. Or shoot, maybe even 2 a.m. We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that one. And yes, they did set a record. They did set a record today with the highest grossing PLE event. And that's because ticket prices were very high. Slam Tackle TV asks, do you have Ilya join Imperium, then they turn on him, or vice versa? Then we do Gunther versus Ilya at WrestleMania. You gotta do Gunther versus Ilya at WrestleMania. I've been saying, you don't just blow that off on some random pay-per-view. You gotta build to that for a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania. And yeah, I think we're definitely gonna get that. I don't think he needs to join Imperium. It's not necessary. Oh, come on. JJ says the women's tag match made the crowd fall asleep. I don't think that's true. It wasn't that bad. Let's calm down. Although it was kind of meh. I'm not gonna lie. Scarlett says CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre should have a Buried Alive match. Now that's from left field. That's a left field suggestion if I've ever seen one. Don't hate it. Not against it. At all. But still, like, Buried Alive? Does this feud, like, deserve Buried Alive? JJ Bulldog says, match of the night was between Punk and Drew, and then the Judgment Day tag match with the Terror Twins. Interesting. I'm very curious to know what match of the night is for you guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of y'all are saying Drew should kidnap AJ Lee. Should kidnap AJ Lee and force Punk to do one more match. He wants to die. Sounds like he wants to die, if that's the case. Ethan says he was surprised that Rhea pinned Liv. I'm not surprised. I just didn't think they were going to go that route, because I'm old school. Like, keep the heat on the heels. Yeah, A&B combos, I agree. Rhea's energy was way off the charts. Off the chizang. Ridiculous. I loved it, though. BC gave this PLE like 25 uglies, 50 bads because of the women's tag match and the handshake at the end of Randy Orton versus Gunther. Why are people so pissed off about that ending? Gunther beat Randy Orton clean. So why would Randy not shake his hand? I don't get why people are pissed off. Someone explain it to me. Randy lost clean. So he shouldn't be pissed off. Let's see here. Growing up, I used to think Randy's wrestling style was boring, but now I get and appreciate it. Same thing with Gunther. And believe it or not, some people think Gunther is boring. No, I believe it. Is it Aviator? Aviator Punk. That's your name, right? Aviator Punk. Well, I'm not at all surprised that people think Gunther is boring. Because his style is straight old school. He doesn't have a finisher. He's basic, bare bones, basic finishers, moves, suplex, backbreaker, chop, sleeper, kick, punch. He doesn't go out of his way to have a big finisher. Power bomb, back suplex. He is bare bones wrestling. So yeah, I can believe why they think he's boring. I just don't think he is. That's just me. Again, people want to see Liv and Rhea inside Hell in a Cell. I mean, I'm not against it, but nah, man. I don't know about that. All right, how we looking? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this Super Chat Championship up. Clearly people they're like, nah, Three Diglets is too good. We don't want to challenge him. It is what it is. All right, but let me get your scores. Before I wrap it up, let me get some scores here. Dylan Danger gave it a 9 out of 10. Ethan gave it an 8 out of 10. Says it was a really good show, but it didn't not need to be as long as it was. Joe Arredondo gave it a 6 out of 10. JJ gave it a 7 out of 10. The Prophet DM20 says he kind of liked the main event, but it wasn't a buzz killer. Gave it a 7 out of 10 overall. Okay. People are sticking to 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s. A&B Combos gave it a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, so solid 8 out of 10. That's where I am. 7 out of 10, Sean Swaby. Cool. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the reigning, defending, undisputed 3 belts World Heavyweight Champion, and still 3 belts Heavyweight Champion. An easy day at work. 3 Diglets retains the Super Chat Championship. Congratulations. Give it up for the man. He's awesome. As he said, he will be defending each of these belts at every single WWE pay-per-view and AEW pay-per-view. So the next time he defends one of his belts is AEW All Out next Saturday. But in terms of pay-per-views for WWE, the next pay-per-view will be Bad Blood in Georgia. So the first Saturday of October will be his next defense. Easy day at work for him. Really easy day at work. I was kind of hoping someone... Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, I guess we're not done. Oh, okay, hold up. I take that back. Well, let's... Actually, I think we might be done. Well, let's let these Super Chats play. Let's let these Super Chats play before we make it official. Before we make it official, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta get the floor.
Will not compete today. 3 Diglets, I acknowledge you. Index pointing up.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's how you know you the big deal. Franklin Torres has a new tribal chief. Franklin Torres has acknowledged 3 Diglets as his tribal chief. Wow. You love to see it. It took a while. We had a full storyline for a full month, and I was thinking, uh-oh. It's going to be a knockout, drag-out fight.
Thank you, Franklin. You a real one.
Oh, you guys are really cool. What a good batch professional, very professional, very grounded, very easygoing champions, man. You know, I really do. I'm very proud of the community we've created, and I love the fact that former champs support each other. You know what I mean? That's really cool. But as it goes, there can only be one winner, and we've crowned once again as Super Chat champion. Thank you so much to 3 Diglets. So we're gonna make it official, ladies and gentlemen. I want you all to acknowledge once and for all your Super Chat champion, the world Super Chat champion, 3 belt 3 Diglets, because woo, he's styling and profiling. He is the kiss stealing, willing, dealing son of a gun. If you're gonna beat the man, if you're gonna be the man, woo, you gotta beat the man. And the man is hard to beat. The man is hard to beat. Shake on it. Shake on it, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it. You love to see it. We do full-fledged storylines. Wait a minute. Well, what is this? What does this mean? Okay, wait. Wait a minute. Well, we're not done yet. Okay, so it looks like this storyline is not over with. Because I just saw a donation. Y'all see that donation from Franklin Torres? He's clarifying what's happening here. Okay, let's take it to Franklin Torres.
Didn't say anything about my tribal chief. I just acknowledge I can't compete at the moment. See you at Survivor Series.
Yo, he still won't acknowledge him as the tribal chief. What you doing, Franklin? Are you trying to anger the beast? He's trying to anger the beast. He's telling 3 Diglets, my man, I didn't say a damn thing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say you were my tribal chief. I said I'm just acknowledging that I can't compete. But don't worry. I'll see you at Survivor Series. Oh. So they're continuing the storyline. They want to continue the storyline. They're saying no. We're gonna hold off. We're gonna hold this off when it really matters. You love it. You love to see it. And they're still going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Like these guys. I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you get with the Super Chat Championship. You get legit goddamn sharks. And when you come swimming in these waters, you better be ready to swim with some goddamn sharks. Wow. So I guess we're going to get the last word here from 3 Diglets. That Super Chat will definitely play. We've already crowned the Super Chat champ. He will be defending the belt at Bad Blood next month, while also defending the AEW belt next Saturday. Man, what a champ!
A match this big could only happen at WrestleMania. But if you insist.
Hey, he wants Survivor Series. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. Ethan Zerkabak says, where's Corp CA? I don't know. Corp CA, where you at? Where you at, Corp CA? Everyone believes that Corp CA got screwed because he sent the wrong donation to the wrong Cash App. And he feels like, well, maybe, Ethan feels like maybe Corp CA should get another opportunity. Well, if Corp CA feels like he should get another opportunity, He should step up. He should step up to the plate, goddammit. Step up or get stepped on. Oh, Lord. Okay, guys, I thought I was ending the stream, but it feels like Franklin and Three Diglets are just basically on purpose. This is what I'm talking about with these donations. They come in, they create their own stories, they create their own, how do I say this? They purposely, they tease and they build to make things more interesting. And both of them are basically saying, Jesus Christ, look, y'all can, I'll just sit here all day. I'll just do commentary. Y'all can keep donating to each other, going back and forth, and I'll just commentate on it. And everyone was just like, see, this is what I mean. Like, Franklin Torres, he got pockets. Y'all know he has pockets, but he's got to tease it. He doesn't just want to have any kind of match. He wants it to be one of the biggest matches of all time. And look here. Y'all set the date. Y'all set the rules. You set the regulations. I'm here for it.
Mania? Is that you want? You're on.
Hey, look. I'll commentate. I'm playing. I'll do play-by-play. I'll just do play-by-play. This is amazing. This is incredible.
Points at WrestleMania sign.
There it is. So it looks like these two are building to their WrestleMania match, their eventual WrestleMania match. So the question is, before we get to the big knockout, drag-out fight at WrestleMania next year, we still got plenty of title defenses before then. We gotta give Three Diglets some wins. So this is his first championship victory. I mean, well, technically his second, because he won his first at SummerSlam, and this is his first defense, but his second victory as Superchat champ. And so now, by the time we get to WrestleMania, he's gonna be a pretty strong champ. And who knows how much money Franklin's gonna have then. But I love it. I love the community. I love the love. I love that the fact that we have champions that support each other, that not only support the channel, support the members, but, you know, they keep it clean. We are setting up WrestleMania 8 months in advance, y'all. 8 months in advance. That's what I'm talking about. You won't get this shit on any other wrestling channel here. We do long-term storytelling. Right here. Right here. And you love to see it. Man, thank y'all so much. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the Super Chat champion, Three Diglets. 3-belt Three Diglets. This he's carving a path to infamy. A legendary path as the Super Chat champion. Can he maintain the momentum? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evening. So as always, you know what to do. Please show your love to the mods, of course, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. But do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. The next live stream you see of me will, of course, be Monday Night Raw. And then this upcoming week is AEW All Out, so we'll be doing a lot more AEW shows to build to that. But in the meantime, love you all. And please know that you are welcomed, always welcomed, right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever, forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I love you all. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.